If you're tired of robot vacuums that promise everything and then just kind of get stuck on a stock, a toy, smear dirty mop water around, or need babysitting constantly because they're constantly having errors every other day, this video is exactly for you. Today, I've been testing the Bcdroid A10 Ultra robot vacuum from Cozio, and I want to walk you through what it does really well, what kind of surprised me, and where it still has room to improve. One very cool feature on the Bcdroid is that in the dirty water tank itself, there's a little compartment for you to put these that they include inside the box, and this helps reduce that super funky smell you normally get inside of the dirty water tank. So you just move this hose over here, open up this, and stick this right in here. And now, every time your water is being filled into here with all that nasty dirty water, you're actually getting some of this added to your dirty water so that it does not get funky, nasty, and smelly. You know what I'm talking about if you've ever owned a robot vacuum that has a mop as well. This dirty water, if left even just 24 hours, can be super, super funky. No more funky robot vacuums. This is actually a very decently sized water tank. Pretty impressed with the size of that water tank. Robot vacuums have gotten very ambitious over the last few years, and I've tested a lot of them. They vacuum, mop, self-empty, wash themselves, dry themselves, and sometimes feel like small home appliances with trust issues, to be honest. So instead of reading spec sheets, I've been running the Bcdroid A10 Ultra like a normal person would. For real, a normal person. Pets, daily dirt, real floors, real obstacles. So let's talk about what it's actually like to live with this robot vacuum cleaner right here. You see, most people don't need another robot vacuum. They need one that actually handles pet hair without clogging,
doesn't drag dirty mop water across the floor, avoids cables, shoes, and random life clutter, and doesn't require daily maintenance. That's the bar Bcdroid is trying to clear, and for the most part, I truly believe that it does accomplish that. So let's really dive in here and talk about this cleaning performance and vacuuming. Let's first start with the vacuuming. Suction power here is strong and, more importantly, consistent. On hard floors, it picks up fine dust, pet hair, and debris in one pass. On carpets, especially medium pile like we've got in several of our rugs, it ramps up automatically and actually digs into the carpet to get it clean. Pet hair is where this matters most actually. Long hair, short hair, it handled both without instantly tangling, which tells me the brush design is doing a good job and they've really engineered this properly. This is the kind of vacuuming performance where you stop and wonder if it actually worked though, and just assume that it did most of the time in what you're probably using right now.
25,000 pascals of suction only matters if airflow stays clean over time. Because this brush chamber detaches completely, this structure right in here, it helps maintain that performance 6 months from now, not just on day one. You can get really inside here and keep all of the stuff nice and clean, put it all back together, and you're back in business.
So what about the mopping difference? Well, this is where Bcdroid separates itself from cheaper robot vacuum cleaners. So this isn't just about getting your floors wet. It's about pressure and consistency. Now watch here in just a second. I've let some of this moisture and sauce and stuff dry on the tile, and watch how it just removes any stains from the floors just evenly. No re-smearing the nastiness around on your floors. And you'll see here in a second where carpets stay completely dry because the mop lifts automatically. Instead of reusing dirty water, the system uses fresh water during cleaning, which sounds kind of obvious, right? But surprisingly isn't standard everywhere. The mop pressure is firm enough to remove dried on stains, and the motion feels intentional, not just drag a wet pad over and hope for the best. After cleaning, the dock washes and dries the mop, which means no mildew smell, no manual rinsing, no gross surprises later. Trust me, I've seen them and smelled them. This is the kind of feature you only appreciate after you've owned robots that didn't have these features, and you're probably one of them. In fact, let me know the models in the comments below of the robot vacuum cleaners you either currently own or have owned.
This isn't about just getting your floors wet. It's about pressure and consistency. Watch as these stains right here on the floor and some of the wet nastiness that I've just put down to demonstrate this for you guys. Watch as the Cozio picks this up effortlessly, and it really does mop it right up with that consistent pressure. No re-smearing, it just picks it up so beautifully. There's a lot of liquid I put down here, and there's some dried on stains. So very impressed at how well and even it mops the floors up. And then of course on carpets, it lifts those mop pads up so that it's completely dry for your carpets. That's actually mopping your floors, not just smearing dirty water all around, which unfortunately there's a lot of robot vacuum cleaners out there that do that. In fact, the Cozio really has a price point of a mid-tier robot vacuum, but it performs a lot closer to a flagship robot vacuum cleaner. So really good value in what Bcdroid here is delivering from Cozio. Look at it as it comes along here. That's some nasty cherry sticky stuff, by the way. Look at that, just picked it right up. Another pass here. See if we can do it in one pass. All right, it's got, I mean, that's been sitting there for a while drying on the tile, and I did set it to do 2 passes, so it will come back and do this again, but it will get all that stain up on its second pass. I'm pretty confident about that. Oh yeah, looking much better. And it's actually gonna come back and do this crossways again to really get it up. That cherry sticky juice is something that a lot of other robot vacuum cleaners were not able to handle. So really quite impressed with how well the Bcdroid did here on that pass. And now here it's going and doing a second pass now. So you can really customize it in the app to do as many passes as you'd like and really get it dialed in so that you can
get your floors as clean as you want. And because it'll just go back to the charging station, not a big deal. It'll just go over it multiple times, go back and charge, go back out. But I've been impressed overall with the battery levels on the Bcdroid. I love how it extends that mop pad out when it gets up against walls and such. Getting nice and close in there, like right here. Yeah, it just stuck it out right there. It's really beautiful how it gets right up against the baseboards or the toe kick of the cabinets. Right after it finished cleaning the mop pads from all that cherry sticky juice. Look at that. Totally clean mop pads. Starting to dry it, but this is the cool part here, is taking this chamber out right here. Totally can clean this whole compartment. I love that. Such a great feature to have. All right, you can go back in and dry now. Good job, buddy. Now, navigation is fast, clean, and confident. It maps efficiently, doesn't bounce around randomly, and most importantly, it actually avoids obstacles very well. Shoes, cables, pet toys, bowls, furniture legs, it recognizes them and works around them instead of treating them like a challenge it can't accomplish. I still wouldn't leave phone charger cables scattered everywhere, but compared to older robot vacuum cleaners, this feels genuinely smarter and less stressful to trust right out of the gate, which, you know, we all have some trust issues with our robot vacuum cleaners. The docking station is doing a lot of heavy lifting here in this case. It does many things. It empties dust automatically from the robot vacuum cleaner itself, cleans the mop, dries the mop, reduces how often you interact with the robot day to day, and that means this turns into a set it and forget it system. It's exactly what most people thought they were getting when they bought a robot vacuum cleaner and not another thing they had to maintain. The Bcdroid actually uses a true dual water path system. Clean water and dirty water stay physically separated. No backflow, no cross-contamination, no odor memory. Most robots actually mix a lot of this water together. This one actually keeps it completely separate and away from each other. That's the difference between wetting your floor and actually cleaning your floor. So all the dirty water gets separated into here and it stays fully contained in here in the dirty water tank and in the robot, which is a really good plus with the Bcdroid. And the dirty water is as easy as picking it up. You can do it in your sink. I don't know. I just always prefer the toilet. All that dirty water, dirty soapy water, nice dirt and debris it picked up off my floors, no longer on my floor. Here's what stood out to me though. Strong vacuuming that actually handles pet hair. That fresh water mopping instead of dirty reuse, reliable obstacle avoidance, low daily maintenance, feels absolutely premium without being overly complicated. And it doesn't feel like a tech demo that's half-baked. It feels like a finished product. And that's exactly what I was hoping for in this unit from Bcdroid and Cozio. Quick update on the actual brand name. So Boolean Cloud is now Cozio, and Cozio is pronounced Cozio, and it stands for shared spaces. And that's really their vision over at Cozio, creating a home where you and your pets live together more safely, cleanly, and happily. Bcdroid actually stays at the core of their vision. New name, but same engineering. So just know that when you get yours, sure, it's gonna say Cozio instead of this Boolean Cloud one that I currently am using. No robot is perfect though, and the Bcdroid still has some room to grow. The dock is a little bit large, but I've definitely tested larger. App could use a bit more polishing in advanced settings, and I'd love even more customization for room by room mopping pressure. None of these are really deal breakers, but there are areas where future updates hopefully could push this even further to being a full-featured robot vacuum cleaner that ticks all the boxes. This is one of my little requests for all robot vacuum manufacturers. Please always put a 90-degree flat power cord on the back side. It really only makes sense so that the robot vacuum cleaner can sit flush up against the wall there. Just a little frustrating, things like that. Just note to all robot vacuum cleaner manufacturers, 90-degree
Plug, please.
So this is for people that really want hands-off cleaning. You probably have pets in your home and cleans hardwood floors and manual mopping. A robot that feels reliable, not experimental. If that sounds like what you're going for, this one makes a lot of sense. I'm going to be testing it out a lot further here in my house and putting it through more paces, but for now, after real-world testing, the Bcdroid robot vacuum definitely delivers where it matters most. That cleaning performance, smart navigation, and the low maintenance. It's not trying to be some flashy device, it's trying to be useful and consistent. And honestly, that's exactly what a robot vacuum should be. We're not trying to win a fashion contest here. We're trying to keep our floors clean and not sticky. If you want pricing, availability, or current deals, check the links below. And if you have pets, kids, or a busy house, let me know. How would you use this setup in your house and what would be the most important features? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.